What it do, comic babies? I'm Bunkmaster B, and today it's Morphin time because it is one of the best days of the year as we celebrate the release of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Book 2. You guys already know I am a huge fan of the Boom Studios Power Rangers series. Every time one of the new hardcover collection gets released, it's a new day of celebration for me. This is the newest one right here. I've been so excited for it. I love this particular arc, this Ryan Parrott era, when the team split between the Earthbound Mighty Morphin and the Interstellar Omega Rangers team and Power Rangers is just one of my absolute favorites. I can't wait to talk about it with you. Let's check it out. Alright, so now we're actually going to check out the book itself. So first off, for those that haven't seen these Boom Deluxe editions, they are oversized. They are the same size as the Omnibus. This is the size of it compared to a single issue. And as you can see, we're looking kind of similar right there. So definitely a good size larger. So let's go ahead and see what's actually in here. So I have stretched the spine on this a little bit, so hopefully we shouldn't hear too much cracking. So as far as what's contained here in this book, most of what we're going to get here are going to be made up of issues from the Mighty Morphin series, which follows the Earthbound Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and then the Power Rangers series, which is going to be about the Omega Rangers and deals typically a little bit more space. But the major thing that happens in this particular volume is we are getting the crossover event, the Eltarian War. And for those that are familiar with the series, you may know that the character of Zordon, the big blue guy in the tube, his full name is Zordon of Eltar. So he's going to be pretty prominently featured here. So as far as the contents, we are going to get Mighty Morphin number 9 through 16, Power Rangers number 9 through 16. That's going to be that mainline stuff, which is going to be containing the Eltarian War. And then we're going to get the Power Rangers Unlimited Countdown to Ruin, which is going to be an oversized one-shot that tells a side story that kind of leads into some of the bigger events there at the end. And then you can see here we have an actual credits page that credits everybody. Ryan Parrott is the author of the mainline series that's going to be going on through here. He does get an assist with Rachel Wagner on one of the issues. On the Power Rangers Unlimited special, that's written by Margaret Bennett, but I don't see her credited here. That might be coming a little bit later on once we get to that one. But you can see that for the Mighty Morphin series, Marco Renna is handling the main art duties. We do get Dan Mora coming in there, and of course, you know it looks great. We still have Walter Baymonte doing the color duties. He came on the series back when Danielle Di Nicolo was doing it. And then over on Power Rangers, we do get Francesco Mortorino on the illustrations and the colors with Raul Angulo. I'll be honest, through this split up of series, I really like the Marco Renna artwork in Mighty Morphin a little bit better, but I like the story that's going on in Power Rangers a little bit more. Although here, where we are getting the crossover event, they're basically telling the same story. And as mentioned before, if you know the name Eltar for the Eltarian Wars, it's because of Zordon. And this is going to be a backstory of sorts of Zordon. And so you get to see these right here in these flashbacks. We get to find out about the Eltarian people, who are blue, just like Zordon, hanging out in his glass tube. So this is starting off with Mighty Morphin right here. We get the Earth-based team. At this point, Trini, Zach, and Jason have gone off to their peace conference. So in the main Mighty Morphin team, we do have Adam and Rocky that are filling in as the Black Ranger and the Red Ranger. And Matt is making an appearance, who was introduced back in the Go-Go Power Rangers series that was done by Ryan Parrott back when Kyle Higgins was still on the main title. Bulk and Skull are still here. We still have Kimberly. and Aisha has taken over for Yellow Ranger. And, we still get all of our standard baddies. So this actually sets up pretty nicely. I wouldn't suggest jumping into this book blind if you haven't read the previous titles, but honestly, because this does come in for the story of the Eltarian War, you probably could. Again, wouldn't necessarily suggest it, but you could. And we get to see some cool morphing sequences here. Obviously, we're doing some fighting, but this is set up for the main story that is going to be coming. And I want to keep spoilers light here, but the name of the event is the Eltarian War. The people of Eltar are, going to be warring, and I will just say that Zordon's loyalties will be tested. We're also going to see some pretty cool backstories here with Lord Zed particularly, and I'll be honest, this is the thing I'm most excited about this volume is how much easier it's going to be jumping back and forth. Since when this event was coming out, if you were not reading it in single issues, but you were trying to read it in trade, they were putting out separate trades for Mighty Morphin and Power Rangers. So when it came to this, you basically had to pick up one trade, read one issue, pick up the other trade, read that. It was a little bit annoying. And here, not an issue at all. Obviously, it's seamless. They're going back and forth. Mapping on this is great, and you get that back and forth. So we get here in Safe Haven, we have the Omega Rangers, who have been sort of overseeing the situation there. We do introduce a new Blue Ranger that's going on. I believe that happened in the last volume, where the original Omega Blue Kaya was gone. We've got some familiar friends from past series of different Rangers going on, and yeah, just really great world building right here. We get to see the Omega Ranger characters kind of holding their own domain, kind of leading everything that's happening here. All really, really good stuff. Don't want to spoil too much here, so I'm going to jump ahead a little bit now that we've seen kind of the beginnings of what's going on right here. But one thing that's kind of worth noting, anytime we're starting a Mighty Morphin issue, we are going to start off with a flashback, you can see, over 10,000 years ago to the planet Eltar. So we do get a lot of history, we get a lot of backstory going on there. And again, just really fun, electric art that's going on there. Those Walter Beaumonte colors always make it look like just an amazing, amazing animated series. He is one of, I think, my favorite colorists right now for a series that needs to flash and look cool. If you guys ever read Seven Secrets, that was Tom Taylor and Danielle Di Niccolo. Walter Beaumonte was the colorist on that. He does a lot of work with Di Niccolo, and that series just absolutely read like the best animated series that you've ever checked out. So flipping through, we get we go to some different places here. This is taking place in Power Rangers. We get some different alien creatures that are part of it. Just really, really fun, cool stuff. So to avoid spoilers, I'm going to jump ahead to the only issue of non-Mighty Morphin and Power Rangers material here. And as I mentioned before, Marguerite Metten is the one who is the writer on this one. She wasn't credited on the front, but they do give a separate credits page here for Countdown to Ruin. So did come out again as an oversized special right here, and this story right here basically is retelling a prequel story to Power Rangers in Space. So anyone who watched that series knows that this is Andros, the Red Ranger, who had been a in-space Red Ranger for some time, and his friend Zane, who is the Silver Ranger here. we get a little bit of prequel here. So first we get to see on KO 35, the home planet, we get to see Darkonda taking Charon away from Andros. And then we get to see the friendship between Zane and Andros before things go bad there. And it explains about their time together as a Ranger duo before the beginning of that series. And it really kind of shows why Zane is such a special person for Andros. Which, honestly, I think that makes... If I was mapping this out, I think thematically it makes more sense for the next hardcover volume because it sets up the events that will be coming to a head in issue 100. But I think just as far as the just the economy of space, making sure that each volume had enough content that they wanted to put that here, since none of the unlimited specials really tie in with what's going on here, because basically everything is all Eltarian War. But this is going to be important for what's coming up in the events of the next volume. And again, we get to see the original in-space team. So this is not the one that was shown on the TV series. And it just kind of goes to show what Zane means to Andros, what his loss meant to him, how sort of isolated and lost he felt. It was a fine read on its own. I don't think it was one of the strongest ones, but it helps to introduce that concept to the comics in a way that hadn't really been there beforehand. So it's an important piece, and it makes what comes next feel a little bit more. And I don't know if it was meant to be that way, but I definitely think Marguerite Bennett's given a little bit of romantic undertone to the relationship between those two. So anyway, that's the last of the actual sort of story-related comic stuff. Now let's go out to what is always one of my absolute favorite sections, and that is the full-size variant covers. So one of the things that's so great about these volumes is Power Rangers as a series has always had amazing, amazing variant covers. And these hardcovers really make sure to celebrate that. So instead of just kind of putting them as little block forms where you're getting like 4 to a page, they print, as best as I can tell, every variant cover. I mean, you can see right here how much goes in with these covers and gives them all completely free of trade dress, just showing off right here. So In-Hyuk Lee is this time still on the cover A's for the Mighty Morphin series. And just going through here. And then Matteo Scalera here was doing the cover A's on the Power Rangers series. I really like Scalera's work. I think his stuff was a little bit stronger. We get the Goni Montez. No longer for these parts is he doing the helmet ones, but we are still getting the headshots. Just reprinting them there at their original size and original glory. And we get to go all the way through. Eleanor Carlini, who worked on some of the previous interiors of the series, and she's doing here some of the ratio variants. Danielle Di Niccolo is still here working on what they call the legacy covers. So these were covers where they were keeping the old Mighty Morphin Power Rangers trade dress, even at a time that the series had switched over to the separate, and they were keeping the old legacy numbering. So even though this is the actual cover for Power Rangers number 12, the trade dress on this one is showing the old Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and is showing issue number 79. I'm a huge fan of Di Niccolo, and I think these were so cool, and it was just kind of a nice little nod to get those old flashbacks. And then we get these Ryan Gonzalez, very clearly manga-inspired covers. So we get some, all the different characters get kind of a spotlight. And just, again, it's so cool to get these. Kayla Valerio, one of my absolute favorites. One of my favorites, and you can see right there, she did a little Scorpina head on that one for me. Signature. Love Kayla. Awesome person. But yeah, that's kind of what we got here with the book. I think all that's left to do right now is wrap it up. So that's it. That is our first look and overview of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Book 2. This is going to be the penultimate, the second to last hardcover before the end of the Ryan Parrott era. And we're getting, honestly, pretty close to the end of the current iteration of Power Rangers being done in the hardcovers right here. In the single issues that are coming out right now, Melissa Flores is almost finished up with this current iteration. She's working on the Darkest Hour crossover event, which will conclude the series officially with the numbered ones of Darkest Hour. Melissa Flores is about to finish off the numbered run with issue number 122, and then the series will officially end with the Darkest Hour special. And then they've teased that there's going to be some type of new relaunch coming in the future, but at least for right now, that's what we know. So, we're looking at issue 122 as the last numbered issue, and the next volume, book 3. I don't know if we've seen the full solicits. If we have them, they'll be flashing on screen right here. But that will surely include Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 100, which is when the series comes back together from Mighty Morphin and Power Rangers. So, really excited about this. We're almost done. But you guys already know that I'm excited. I want to hear about you guys. What's your experience with the series? Have you been following along? Do you have this book? Are you thinking about checking it out? If so, I want to hear about all of that down below in the comments. But with that, I've been Bunkmaster B. You all have been amazing. And it's time for me to go read some Power Rangers. See ya.